Hello everyone! Hello, it's Min Ling. How are you guys? I'm super excited that you're here. Oh, hi Kara! How are you? I see you on Periscope. So excited that you are here. Hello to everybody in Periscope and Facebook Live. So I'm just gonna move this around. I am Min Ling. I'm the founder of Brand Fame. And I'm gonna block that user. I am super excited to go over this topic with you. Just a little bit about me real quick. I am a branding strategist, and there's a couple of like creepers on Periscope there. So I'm a branding strategist, and I specialize in helping people create their own IT brand so they can stand out in the marketplace and book a lot of clients to their business. And today's topic is all around the branding mistakes you are making to attract broke clients. So, have you ever had, an instance where you either hop on the phone with somebody and everything's going great and they love what you're doing, and then you come to talk about payment and selling your services, and they say, oh, I actually can't afford you right now. If that's happened to you, go ahead and say, yes, that's me. Don't be shy, because that's happened to me many, many times early on in my branding career and my business career as well too. So you're not alone. But if you've ever gotten somebody that said, yes, I love it, but I can't afford you, or I'm broke right now, go ahead and comment yes below, because I want to see how many people are feeling this way. They're just attracting, the wrong clients. And it's actually, oh, I got a yes from Cara. Awesome. Anyone else out there saying yes as well too? Well, it's really common for this to happen, especially if you're making these mistakes, which I'm going to go into more depth about. But, the problem isn't with the person that's coming to you. It's not their fault that they're telling you that they're broke or they can't afford you. It's actually your fault. I know this might be controversial, but it's really your fault. And I didn't get this at first. I was like, why are all these broke people just wanting a free session with me? Like, why can't they see the value and all the stuff? Well, the reason why it's your fault and not theirs is because you're not showing the value of your service that is greater than their concern for paying for your service. So there's something out of whack there, and you're not showing your value. But I think a lot of people do value differently. They think of value differently, and they think of it in a way of, I'm going to provide all this stuff for people, and then they're going to see my value. I'm going to give freebies. I'm going to give free advice. I'm going to do this and that. I'm just going to give to show my value. And that is actually wrong. That is actually wrong. When you give away too much information or too much stuff to whoever is coming to you, like free advice, free, information, free whatever, you're actually undervaluing you. So a lot of us, especially when we're newer in the entrepreneur space, and I am definitely guilty of this, especially when I first came onto the scene, I used to want to prove that I was valuable, that people should work with me. And what I ended up doing was I gave a lot of stuff away. I was like, I'm going to do this free training on this, free training on that. I'm going to, do a PDF sheet for you. I'm going to do this and that. And what was happening was that I was training people to not buy my stuff because I was giving away it for free. So you might be thinking, Min Ling, how am I supposed to show value if I'm not giving away stuff? And I'm going to talk about that in a minute, so hang tight. But let me know, in the comments section below, if you are one of those people that are giving free advice, giving free stuff to people because you want to show that you're valuable, right? Oh, I see some hearts going. Okay, awesome, on Periscope. Anybody on Facebook Live or Periscope want to go ahead and chime in? Just say yes below. Oh, got some more hearts on Periscope, right? If you're giving away too much information and too much value, you're not alone. Like I said, I used to do that all the time, and I still sometimes fall into that trap. But there's a difference between giving too much value. Oh, Cara says, yep, that happened before. There's a difference between giving too much value and showing your value. Those are very distinct. I'm going to break it down for you. So when you give too much value, you want to prove that you are valuable. So you give. When you show people that you're valuable, this is the difference. When you show them why they need you, that is different than giving them something. When you give them something, they think they can do it on their own because you've given this free advice. They're like, oh, I got it now. So they don't see the urgency in which you need to, or in which they need to work with you. That's the problem. See, you gave too much that they're like, oh, I don't need you anymore. I can do it on my own. You're actually doing a disservice to them when you give too much information away. That's because they'll think they can do it on their own when they haven't solved the root problem. There's probably a deeper problem they have not solved. And because you gave away too much information, they don't have the opportunity to solve it with you. Does this make sense? Let me know if this makes sense. Because there's a difference between giving value and showing value. When you show value, you show why it's imperative that they need to work with you. Okay, Cara says, makes perfect sense, right? When you show the gap in which, they are at point A, and then this is point B where you can get them, then there's the gap. When you can show how you can bridge this gap, that's how you show value. People aren't going to buy because you're giving them advice, right? If you give them advice, it's going to be a disservice because they're going to take that advice and they're going to run with it and they're going to still have that problem. It's a disservice. When you are able to show that this is where they are, this is where they want to be, and you provide that value in between, that's when they buy from you. And it's a perfect example. I used to get, people saying, I can't afford you. Like, that's because I was overgiving. I was giving them ideas. I was giving them things that they can do right away. And so they didn't see a need to go ahead and purchase my service because I gave too much away. But I was thinking, hey, I want to help. I'm such a giver. I would just want to help as many people as possible. And I want to just provide a good service. I didn't realize that I was doing a disservice. One example is, just this a couple weeks ago, I had a call with somebody. It was a 20-minute is your brand making money session, right? I was going over her brand. And what happened was when I was going over her brand, I was pointing out where she was going wrong, right? But I was pointing it out not because, I just wanted to give free advice, right? I was trying to widen the gap. And it wasn't because, I wanted to make her feel bad or make her buy something. I wanted her to realize these are the areas that you need help with. These are the areas that if you don't fix, then you're going to have a bigger problem. These are the areas that you need to adjust if you want to go ahead and make money in your business. And when she was able to understand that, and when she was able to, see that what she was doing was wrong and that she needed help in this area, she purchased on the spot. I said my price and she was like, okay, yeah, that's a lot, but I know I need it, so I'm going to do it, right? That's the difference. That's how I showed value because she was like, yeah, that's a stretch for me monetarily, but I need to pay for this because if I don't pay for this, then I'm going to stay stuck where I am. That's the value you want to show them that you can bring to the table. And so let me know if this is making sense. Either press the screen for some hearts or likes and comment below. Okay, got some hearts going, got some likes. Okay, perfect. So again, you really need to show the gap in which people are having and how you can bridge that gap. That's how you show your value. And when that bridge between, point A to point B is so big that they're willing to, it's bigger than, shelling out money because they want it to be solved right away because it's an urgent problem, then that's when they're going to pull out the credit cards and buy from you. But if you give too much and you're like, oh, I'm going to help you with this, and I'm going to give it all to you for free, and you're showing value because you want to prove that you are knowledgeable or you have a lot of wealth of information, they're not going to buy from you. So that's a difference between giving value and showing value. Giving value gets you broke clients because they're going to be coming back to you because you're giving stuff for free, and they're like, oh, she's going to just give it for free anyways, so why do I need to pay her, right? Versus showing the value and showing the gap. And if you're able to show the gap and show how you can help them bridge the gap faster, quicker, get them unstuck, get them like transformed in their business or their life, that's when they're going to pay you the big bucks to actually want to work with you. And, this is really important because if you don't get this piece, you're going to keep on attracting broke clients, and you're going to be in this vicious cycle of thinking that you need to prove yourself in order to get more clients, to, get more people to like what you have. And when you go down the cycle, and you'll keep on attracting people that won't pay for you because they're thinking that you'll give them all the answers, and you're doing a disservice to them because they think they have the answers, so they're going to run out and do it without solving the root problem. For example, somebody comes to me and they're like, I can't brand myself. I don't know how to build my list, and people aren't coming to me, right? I can give them the tactics, right? I could give them the tactics. I could say, okay, you need to do an opt-in, you need to do this, that, this is what kind of opt-in you need, but that's a disservice because what's probably wrong is not their opt-in. It's the message behind the opt-in. It's really not the opt-in. It's the message. And if they don't get the message right, which is the root problem, and I'm giving them all the tactics of how to do an opt-in, then they're going to go and try to do the opt-in, and they're still going to be stuck. We haven't solved the issue. And so it's my job as a coach, as somebody who's on a discovery call with people, to talk about the real issue and to show how the real issue is keeping them stuck, and that I am helping them get the real issue solved so that their business can go in another direction. Hopefully this is making sense. If it is, go ahead and press the screen for some hearts or some likes, depending on which platform you're on, if you're on Facebook Live or Periscope. And so, if you are, still stuck, getting broke clients coming to you, if you aren't sure how to brand yourself as an expert in the industry, I am doing a free call to walk you through this on Thursday at 3 p.m. So if you are still struggling to get the right clients coming to you and be seen as an expert and show your value, go ahead and go to brandfameschool.com/expert to sign up for this free call. It's Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and I'm going to walk you through how to brand yourself as an expert so you can start booking clients. I'm going to walk you through how I did it, how I've been now a coach in 9 other people's programs talking about branding, other top coaches programs, how I've had an ebook that has over 1,900 people downloading, been on podcasts, spoke on stage, how I did this in a very short amount of time to brand myself as an expert. Because if you brand yourself as an expert and you know how to show the value, that's when you're going to get people who sign up without thinking that they can't afford you. And that's the way that you are going to be able to make money, some serious money in your business, if you're able to get that piece down. So hopefully this was helpful. Does anybody have any questions? I'm going to ask real quick. Anybody have any questions about what I just mentioned? If you just hopped on just a few minutes ago, definitely watch the replay because it's very important that you get this. Otherwise, you'll still keep on attracting the broke clients that are coming to you over and over and over again. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and pop it below. Otherwise, you can hop on to my free live training on how to brand yourself as a go-to expert. Go ahead and go to brandfameschool.com/expert to sign up. It's completely free. It's Thursday at 3 p.m. and I'm going to walk you through the steps that I took to become the expert in my industry. So thank you guys so much for being here live with me, and I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I'm going to do that for the rest of the week, be live at 11 a.m. Pacific time, giving you some more tips on how to go ahead and brand yourself as an expert, but talk about but really to give you some more tidbits on how to position yourself properly in the marketplace. Because if you don't do that right, you can't brand yourself as an expert. And then on Thursday, I'm going to give you some more juicy tips on how to do that. And you want to make sure you sign up for brandfameschool.com/expert to get on the list so you can get the information to the call. Thank you guys so much for being here. I had a great time, and I will see you here tomorrow. Bye.